What's up, guys? We're here with Kalen. He ended up getting first place at Locals today. What were you playing?
I was playing Voiceless Voice.
Crazy deck. Voice ass, not anymore.
Depending on who you ask, yeah, for sure.
What do you think of this deck, this current format, especially with the new set coming out in a couple weeks?
I think it's pretty okay. Honestly, like the Azamina stuff is infinitely stronger than this. But as a rogue option, it's not bad. It's a lot stronger than people think.
You don't get it with Purelli either. That card is
Yeah,
crazy.
no, the new Fua Ross or whatever, it really doesn't really hit the deck that much because you mostly summon like the ritual and like the extra deck is important, but you don't usually like go into it too much. It's usually like a lot of the in-engine stuff that's really strong. So I don't think it's bad coming up, but that remains to be seen, obviously. So
Fair enough. Before we dive into for like, comment, subscribe, and congratulations on first place. And let's show us the stuff.
all right, so we got 3 low. That's pretty standard. You don't want to play less than 3. You need all of them. It's what the deck revolves around. I'm not going to talk about too much on that. I have 3 Diviner.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's my lucky Diviner. It's my lucky Diviner. And I also got 1 Trias. This is the better low combo. It ends on basically an IP plus whatever you need for like Skull Guardian or Cerebus or whatever you decide to summon out. It just gets you free bodies and low, so it's just literally free. It only loses to Ash. This doesn't. So if you think they have something like that, play this. If not, play that. I'm playing 2 Saphira. This is not standard. People usually play 3. I found, shout out to a guy, Prophecy Wiz on YouTube. He kind of told me about these ratios. 2, 3, and also 3 pre-prep, which we'll get into later. It's really cloggy, and you really only need the 2. I've never wanted a 3rd. And it increases your chance of drawing like actual more powerful cards because you want to search this anyway. So that's why I play 2. The rituals, this is Pendulum Graph, Spell Negate, Burns, Cerebus protects against targeting, and it's kind of like a judgment or something or a warning. Omni negates with Skull Guardian, it's at 41, big beater, just does what it needs to do. Then we got 3 blessing, or 3 barrier, 1 blessing, 1 radiance. This is just the ratios that you play for everything.
So,
Yep.
this being at 1 here, is that normal?
That's pretty normal if you play Pendulum Graph. Some people, what they decide to do is play 2, but Pendulum Graph is a spell negate. It's better to have a lot more varied interactions. So like,
We don't see any of the old man Cerebus either.
no, Old Man, you don't need it. It's a brick. If you draw it and nothing else, you can't play anything with it. The trap shuffles back stuff anyway. Cerebus only summons out another Cerebus, and if you add it through the part of your combo anyway, it just like, I don't see the point. It's just a redundant card. 2 prayers, you need it. 1 for the pre-prep and 1 for the Saphira, just in case, because if you open it, your hand's dead, basically. And again, for the pre-prep, I'm only playing 2 for the same reason I'm only playing 2 Saphira. 1 Prosp.
God card.
It's just good. The deck doesn't really need the extra deck. And going second, if you're going first game 2, you just search for all your broken spells. Magnamut. I'm playing Magnamut instead of the 3rd Saphira because it basically is just Saphira since it searches it and it's a hand trap. We have 3 Nadir Servant. This is like one of the best cards in the deck, and it's like one of the best decks to play it in. It just searches you everything. It's interruption. It helps clear boards super easy. It can recycle your hand to search for more hand traps, and the Maximus for it. Today I was trying to be funny and tried to play Schism to do the Shadal stuff, which I'll get into. At least what I had in the extra deck for it, but it didn't come up. You shouldn't play this. This is just for fun. You should play stuff with more utility instead. Hand traps, 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, 3 Effect Veiler, and 3 Droll. These should probably be Dominus Purge, but I don't have them. So Droll is basically what I'm going to be playing instead, and it's pretty good. Came up quite a bit. A lot of decks just keep searching this format, so...
Yeah, you definitely don't expect it in the main deck as well.
Oh yeah, no, like
Can be definitely thrown off.
I drolled a few people today, game 1, and they're like, oh, okay. In the extra, we have Anima for the Link 1s. We have El Mirage and Secure Gardna. This is for a combo with Blessing and Low. You can play around Droll with it, or if you only have, or you can use it to get Maximus online to get your hand better. It has a lot of utility, that's why you play it. IP into SP, or Dynamondo, depending. There's the SP. Shout out to Brian. Just Dynamondo and Farajit. These are your targets for, where are we here? There we go. These are your targets for...
So lots of Nadir targets.
Yes, because you really don't need the extra deck. These are all your Nadir targets. You play the Shadal stuff too. I'll just put that up here. I know we're all over the place on this profile right now, but that's all right. So we have the Winda that you're ending on. Obviously, that's the end goal. You have the Construct to add back the Schism that you add and then discard off of Apcalone. In testing, it was pretty good. I wouldn't play this. These are 3 slots that you don't really need. I don't know. It's fun. I saw someone top a regional with it, so I wanted to try it out.
It definitely throws people off guard, especially the Tempai players. If you summon a Winda against them, and if they're playing the board breaker version of the deck, you essentially just auto win.
Yeah, if you have the Omni Negate up to protect the Winda, they can't do anything. It's like opening like something like Tikaboo. Shout out to Jason. We also have the Underworld Goddess. The theory on this is always to have this in your deck, just in case you play against some random ass rogue deck that decides, hey, I'm gonna make an unbeatable guy.
And adding this to our deck at our locals a few weeks ago, so that was
it comes up against like Abramax or something like Skull Guardian's big, but it's not like it can't out IP Abramax, so you play the Underworld Goddess or something for that.
Fair enough.
It doesn't come up much, but in the case you need it, you need it. The side deck, Called By, Anti-Spell, Tikaboo, Anti-Spell because low places, you don't actually need to activate most of your spells. You can ritual summon without them most of the time. Judgment, for blowout cards against Tempai.
So we have lots of going first cards here.
Yeah, and here are the hand traps. We have Bell, we have Nib, and we have Mourner. Going second, or game 2 going first, I usually side out the entire Diviner package to add in more hand traps, especially going against some decks where you really need that extra interruption. So I usually side these in depending on what that is. So if you need more targeting negation, Ghost Mourner comes in. Yada yada, you kind of get the idea if you played this game for any amount.
How do you feel about Bell this format? Like, I don't see any copies of Ghost Ogre. I feel like Ghost Ogre is really good right now.
I've tried out Ghost Ogre, but I really do like Bell, especially like into graveyard decks like Bell, or like playing into like Fiends. Like people are playing Bestials, and it helps against the Bestials. There's a lot of graveyard shit going on, and going second or first, if they Bestial your shit, you can just stop it.
Okay, so it's like a defensive card as well.
It's
I like
defensive
that.
and offensive. It's not bad. I can see Bell being Ogre being played, but I haven't done too much testing on it. But I'm sure it's fine. I feel like this covers more stuff though. But,
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's the deck.
Anything else you would change? Like, we don't see any copies of like.
I would have Dominus Purge in there.
Yeah.
If I had the cards, I would probably put the Mulch Armies in there.
In the side deck or the main deck?
It depends. Probably like maybe inside. I'd have to do more testing with it, with the cards themselves, but those are probably worth putting in there. It's just maxi. So.
Fair enough. Well, congratulations on getting first place today, and hopefully see you again soon.
Yeah, I hope so. Thanks.